Hello everyone, happy 2024. As of right now when I'm filming this, you're going to see this in the future, but as of right now when I'm filming this, it is January 1st, 2024. That's crazy, but I hope that this year is kinder to everybody, and I hope we all get a break in 2024. You know what I mean? Like, we all need a collective break, don't we? I feel like we do. I feel like I certainly do. So, I also just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched my Bookmas this year. If you watched any of the videos or all the videos, whatever it was, I appreciate you so much. I did see some really good growth in the channel during that month, and that was very exciting for me. So, I'm a little bit nervous, like, sitting in front of a camera again. It's only been like a few weeks at this point, but for whatever reason the nerves are there, but it's gonna be fine. We got this. Like, I am going into 2024 with so many content ideas and so many ideas for the channel that I'm so excited about. And there's gonna be some harder videos too coming out. Let's do a heads up actually. Okay. One of the videos I have coming soon-ish, I'm not sure because I haven't filmed it yet, but I do plan to film it this month. And that's going to be all about body positivity, because I am so sick of seeing comments. I'm so sorry. I've been sick, so my voice is still kind of So, I'm so sick of seeing comments about body anything, like body anything in general. I'm so sick of it. People calling other people fat or too skinny or whatever the case is nobody else's business but that person's. Like, that's it. That should be all there is to it. And yet so many people like to comment on other people's weight and think that that's okay. Let's leave that in 2023. Like, we're done with that. Done. We're done. So I have a whole video to film about that that I really want to film soon. I'm hoping that'll go up in January. TBD, we'll see on that. Also, I want to film a video. Oh boy, this one's going to be a touchy one. I want to film a video on grooming online and like bullying and grooming and like all that kind of stuff, because a lot of you may not know I have a history with that. Not really I don't know what you'd call it for the right term, but I have an experience with being groomed online, and I would like to share that experience and talk about this topic that frankly should be talked about more often. So 2024 is going to be the year also for talking about things that we need to talk about. So that's going to be a tough one, but I have a lot to say on it, and a lot of it I apologize. A lot of it has a lot to do with the Colleen Ballinger situation, if any of you have been following that, because yikes. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. So, there's a lot of stuff on that, and then I also have stuff to share regarding a situation with Christy Carlson Romano on YouTube on her Vulnerable podcast, and also along with the Alexa Nicholas with her channel with Eat Predators. I'm a big fan of that channel. I'm a big supporter of that channel. I always will be. And I have some stuff to say on that as well. So those are two videos that will be coming out early this year, January, February-ish. So with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and do a Q&A. My first Q&A of 2024 I thought could be really exciting. So I found some questions that I'm going to answer. And my throat is awful. I was sick for like a couple weeks, and my voice is just not here quite yet, so you'll have to forgive that. But without any further ado and rambling, we're going to go ahead and get into the Q&A. I'm going to do like maybe 10 questions, and we'll go from there. And then I do have some other videos that will be coming soon, so keep an eye out for those as well. I have a haul that I'm going to be doing soon, and some book reviews that will be coming up in the next month or so. So, without any further ado, let's get into the questions. So, the first question I'm going to answer is, who is your favorite author? This varies. I have way too many answers, but I'm going to try to what's the word? Limit it to a few answers. See, I guess, okay, the obvious answer, Cassandra Clare, Stephanie Garber, Leigh Bardugo, T. Kingfisher. Love T. Kingfisher. Like, I've become a new fan of hers. Incredible. Her books are so good. Yeah, those are my main answers for right now. I don't want to get too complicated in answering these questions. Just want to keep it short and simple. So, yes, definitely those are my favorites. My throat is so bad. Let's see. What's your favorite fairy tale? My favorite fairy tale. Oh, it's a good one. My favorite fairy tale is either Sleeping Beauty or Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, those are two of my favorites. I also have recently gotten into really loving Snow White because of Once Upon a Time. If any of you have ever seen that show, I'm sorry, my eyes are so watery. If any of you have ever seen that show, let me know down below if you liked it or not. I am obsessed. I've been loving it since it was on TV, and I will continue to rewatch it every year. So, big Once Upon a Time fan. So because of that, I also now love Snow White. I didn't really care about Snow White much before the show, but I love Ginnifer Goodwin so much, and Josh Dallas. They were amazing as Snow White and Prince Charming. Like, they are the real life, like, that cast, the cast of Once Upon a Time, is the real life Disney characters to me. Like, they just are. You can't get a better cast than the cast of Once Upon a Time, and that's just my opinion, but I'm sticking to it. Let's see, third question. What's your favorite modern poetry book? Okay, my favorite modern poetry book. I'm gonna get up and get it. 1 second. Where did I put it? Oh no, where did I put it? Where is it? Okay, what is going on? I can't find it now. It was on my shelf. Oh no. Well, I can just tell you guys about it. I thought for sure it was still on my shelf. Okay, I guess it's not. Oh, there it is. It was just hiding. Okay. This is my favorite modern poetry book. It's called In Between Daydreams, and it's by, the author is Erin Toomey. She was a Disney vlogger for quite a long time. She did the college program. I think she was going to do the college program, but she was also, if you know the terms of that you're friends with characters, she was friends with Elsa, and she is the real life Elsa to me. She's incredible. So I will link her YouTube channel in the description, but her poetry book is one of the most beautiful poetry books I've ever read in my life, so definitely a favorite. Okay. Questions about reading preferences. Let's see. Do you prefer tea or coffee? I like both. For me, I don't like just black coffee, which is controversial maybe, I don't know. But I don't like just black coffee. I have to have like cream or something in it. So I like iced coffee a lot of the time, so I'll make that while I'm reading. Or tea. I love a nice cup of like hot green tea or black tea. Big tea fan. I'm not as big of a coffee fan as I am a tea fan, so I'll say tea actually. But yeah, I do like both. It depends on my mood, I guess. A lot of things depend on my mood. It's when I'm learning about myself. But there you go. So yeah, it definitely depends on my mood for the day, but most of the time I'll do tea. Let's see. Do you reread books? Yes. But it depends on the book also. Because a lot of times I like to read new books first, like books I haven't read yet and all that. So yes and no. I like to reread books. It just depends on the book. Do you prefer mini reviews or lengthy reviews? Lengthy reviews. I want to hear all of the emotions, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings that you had during a reading experience. I want to hear everything. So I love watching like 30+ minute book reviews. I love that stuff. I don't know. I just love to get into someone's feelings about how they felt when they read the book. I love that stuff. What is your favorite music to read to? Most of the time I can't listen to music when I'm reading because it distracts me. But if I am reading, usually I listen to music when I'm writing. For the most part, when I'm writing, I'll have like ambiance music going. Like, so for one of my books I'm writing, it's like a fairy tale retelling. So I'll listen to like a Once Upon a Time ambiance, like soundtrack video. Or like fairy tale ambiance and like stuff like that is what I really like to listen to when I am writing. But when I'm reading, I don't usually listen to music because it distracts me. Do you like psychological thrillers? No, I do not. I'm not a thriller or a horror person. I'm just not. I'm a big scaredy cat, and I will own that. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm a scaredy cat. Like, it's just what it is. I don't watch thrillers, I don't watch horrors, and I also don't read them. So, but it's weird because I like to watch people review like horror movies or like thriller movies, but I would not watch the movies themselves. Will not do it. So it's the same thing for books. I'm not going to pick up a Stephen King book. It's just not going to happen. Do you prefer to read in complete silence? Yes. Yes, that's a big one. What's the last series you finished? The last series I finished was Caraval, and I'm still very sad about it ending, to be quite honest. I'm very sad. I am reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I started that series, and I like it. I'm not that crazy about it yet, but I am only still in the first book, so who knows. I'm sure it'll get better, but as of right now, I'm not like in love with it. So far, I think Caraval is still my favorite over the two, but we'll see how my opinion changes as I keep reading the series. But yeah, that's the last series I finished. Do you DNF books or always read until the end? I always read until the end because I mean, I guess in a way I did DNF Light Lark, but that was only one chapter, so I don't really know if that really counts. It was only like a few pages. But for the most part, I don't like to DNF because if I don't like a book, I want to read to the end so I know what it was exactly I didn't like about it. And I feel like you can't really know that unless you read the whole thing and give the whole story a chance. So I do try not to DNF books. I really haven't DNF'd many books, and I don't like to. How many books are you usually reading at once? That varies, but it's at least 2 at once. I usually have at least 2 books going on at one time. Because otherwise, if I'm just focusing on one, I feel like I get bored easily. So I have to have like 2 different ones at least, if not like 3. So, yeah. How do you organize your bookshelves? Right now, they're organized by author. Because I just didn't really know what else to do when I got my bookshelf. But I think what I'm going to do, I want to do a reorganizing my bookshelf. I want to try and film a video for it. We'll see how that goes. But I also have some Christmas lights that I just got from Amazon that I'm very excited about. And I'm going to be putting those on my bookshelf soon. So it's not done yet. It looks kind of sad right now, but I think I'm going to be organizing by genre. I think it's what I'm going to end up doing, because I don't have enough books for like specific authors to fill a shelf, but I might for genres. We'll have to see. But hopefully by genre, if I have enough for that. Have you ever bought a second copy of a book just because I had a different cover? Yes and no. I almost did. I almost bought a more expensive edition of a book because I love the cover. I haven't done that. I talked myself out of it, but I might in the future. We'll see. I am definitely influenced by the pretty covers, though. I mean, aren't we all at some point? Like, they're so pretty. What's the last audiobook you listened to? The last audiobook I listened to was Once Upon a Broken Heart. Or no. Hold on. Let me look and see at my Audible. Just make sure that I'm right here. The last one I listened to... Yeah, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I'm listening to it by audiobook, and then I'm following along on my Kindle, because it makes things easier for me. But yeah, that's the last audiobook I listened to. What's the last book you added to your TBR? Let's look at my Goodreads and find out. I feel like I'm just constantly adding new books to my TBR on Goodreads. Just constantly. If it will load. Okay. The last book I added is going really slow. I'm so sorry. Come on. Okay. See if this worked. Okay, so the last one that I added to my TBR is All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody. It just sounded interesting, so I added it to my TBR. Next question. What fantasy world would you most like to live in? Oof. So many. Like, so many. That's really hard to narrow down. Maybe the Shire? Maybe? That would be really fun. I feel like it'd be really fun to, like, hang out with Gandalf and Frodo and Bilbo. Yeah, that'd be fun. We'll do a couple more questions. How many books do you read per month? Okay, so usually it takes me a while to get through books, but I have like a goal for this year to read 4 books each month. So I'm hoping to finish that and to continue that throughout this year and read 4 books each month, but we'll see how that goes. Especially with me going back to work next week, I don't know how exactly I'll be able to do that, but I'm going to figure it out. So hopefully I'll be reading 4. The last book that made me cry is Matthew Perry's book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle. I'm going to do a whole video on that book when I finish it, because I have to. Like, I really just have to. There's so much to talk about. I'm a pretty big Friends fan, so I have to talk about it. So be expecting a video on that coming out soon-ish. That's a hard book to read. Like, oh my goodness gracious. I had no idea. Heartbreaking. I recommend it to everybody. I think everyone needs to read this book, but we'll do a couple more. Do you buy bookish merch like t-shirts, candles, etc.? I do plan to buy more bookish merch this year as this year goes on. I want to get some pins, some like bookish pins. I want to get some mugs. I want to get some like oh, what are they called? Like fleece, like blankets, like throw blankets and stuff like that. I want to get all of the bookish things. All of the merch. So good. It's so good. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. What's the last memoir you read? I'm reading one right now, Matthew Perry's book, and it's heartbreaking. If you could jump into any fairy tale, which one would you pick? That's a fun one. I would jump into what was it called? Let me look it up. Thornhedge. That's what it's called. Thornhedge. That's where I would jump into. That'd be a fun one to be in. Have you met an author? Who? Yes, I have met an author. I know an author. It's my grandma. My grandma was a published author, and her books are incredible. And I'm not going to cry in this video, so we're going to move on from there. But yes, my grandma was an incredible author. What else? Have you ever read an ARC? No. But I'm obviously not opposed to it, and actually I just recently created an email for like business inquiries and questions and people that might want to reach out and send me books. So I'll leave that in the description below as well if you want to reach out that way. I wouldn't say no. I would love to get an ARC and be able to read a book before it comes out and review it. That would be really fun. So yes. I have not, but I would love to. What author? Okay, let's just do two more. Which authors are an auto... Oh, I thought it said an auto no-buy. Well, I'm going to change the question. Which authors are an auto not gonna buy for you? Colleen Hoover. I will take any chance I can to talk about why I don't like Colleen Hoover, and I might actually make a whole video on that as well, because I have so many thoughts. I have so many thoughts, and it's like the more often that I watch a video where someone's like critiquing her books, the more like irritated I get, and the more I just want to scream at everybody who loves these books so much. What is wrong with you? Like, how do you not see what these books are about? Like, I'm going to save that for its own video because I have a lot I could say on that. Okay. Ooh, which author would you most want a book signed by? I would love to have a book signed by, oh crap, now I'm forgetting the name. Leigh Bardugo? I don't think I have any of my books from her signed, but that would be really cool. Which book villain could you just not stand? The Darkling. Ladies and gentlemen, the Darkling. Is anybody surprised? No, we are not. Okay. Okay, last one, we'll do this. What's your Goodreads goal for the year? So my reading goal for the year is 40 books. It was 35, but I upped it to 40. I read 25 in 2023. I read 25 out of 15 books. So I'm hoping 40 won't be too much, but we'll see. I can always alter it if I need to in the future, but my goal is 40. So we'll see how that goes. But that's my reading goal for the year. And if any of you have Goodreads and you'd like to follow me on there, you can also click the link in the description. I always have that linked down below, as well as my Instagram, my TikTok, which I need to get better at filming on, by the way. I really need to post more on there, I know. That's a 2024 goal, because I know there's a lot of fun, like, videos that I could do on there, so I need to do it. But that is all for this video, for this first Q&A of 2024. I can't believe we're here. As I said before, I will leave my new email in the description below in case you want to send me any questions or any books or anything to be reviewed or anything like that. You can reach out below. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.